Ladies and gentlemen, Turki Alalshikh is here.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the announcement of the boxing promotion with the fine folks at TKO. I assume there was a lot of people that wanted to do boxing business with you. Why did it end up being the group of TKO, both UFC, WWE, Dana, Nick, Ari, Mark? Why did that become the relationship that you chose for your boxing entity?
First of all, because they are the top in this field. Second, we have a great long relationship between us and TKO for long times and a lot of success profiles similar to WWE and a lot of things else. They are the perfect. We share the same vision, and we think we can reach our goals together.
Okay, so Turki, obviously, I feel the same way. I work for the WWE. We have massive respect for the UFC and everything that Dana has accomplished, and obviously Ari and Mark. So I agree with everything you're saying there. Can you tell me a little bit more about the vision of having sports maybe be the bridge for Saudi Arabia and the rest of the world? And why is this the time that it is kind of happening, you think?
First of all, this is like a private business between us and TKO. Our citizen in our country, more than 70% of it is young people. We have a big vision from our leader, God bless him, the Crown Prince, the vision of 2030. One of the section of this vision is the sport. We have a lot of big things. We have the World Cup. You have the World Cup in 26. We have it in 34. We have a lot of things. We have the Expo. We have a lot of big projects. For that, the sport is very important for us. We have now WWE around 10 years now. I have here in the room with me my brother Nick Khan. Come on, guys.
Baby Nick! Congrats, Nick. Super genius, by the way. Super genius, Nick Khan. Absolutely right guy to make the decision. You look thin too, Nick. You look good right there. All the photos.
Listen,
yeah, you look good.
I haven't eaten in 6 weeks.
Smart.
It helps.
Yeah, smart. Good to see you, Nick. Congrats on that. But you talk about your relationship with the WWE, Turki, and I get a chance to chat with the superstars and the people from the WWE who have maybe gone over their first show until like most recent show. It feels like there has been quite an uptick in both welcome and also happiness for WWE coming to town, and also in the country as a whole. Do you feel that? Is that a real thing?
Of course. WWE and a lot of big franchise from America have a lot of fans in our country. There is a lot of Saudis here. There is a lot. Me, myself, I came here for a long time in New York. New York saved me. The hospitals in New York saved me more than one time. WWE, great relationship. I want and I insist to say from here hi to my father, Vince McMahon. This is the man who we beginning together, and after that I continue with my brother Nick Khan. Great relationship, and now we are thinking in this league of boxing, with sharing the same vision between me and the GOAT. Dana White, we will success to reach very far place, inshallah, to the fans.
Yeah, so joining us now, speaking of the man you just referred to, ladies and gentlemen, Dana White, president of UFC.
Hello, Dana.
Dana, congratulations. Honestly,
Good morning.
We know you.
Thank you.
We know you started in boxing, love boxing, and you've been disappointed with the state of boxing. Feels like over the last few years since we've gotten a chance to chat with you. What is the conversation like with what you're going to do? I saw you on First Take talk about the best. You're going to fight the best. We're not going to have all these titles. How do you go about doing that? Are you finding young fighters? Are you getting known fighters? What is the plan to kind of fill your roster?
Yeah, there's a lot of young talent out there, up and coming talent that people don't know about. And we're going to stack cards that start from the first fight of the night to the main event that are packed with good fights. You're going to see a lot of guys who are, undefeated, fighting each other to work their way up to win the world title. And, my big beef with boxing has always been nobody has ever invested back into the sport. You had all these promoters who take and never reinvest. Nobody in the history of the sport has invested more money in boxing in such a short amount of time than Turki has. He's very passionate about the sport. And literally none of this could have been done without a guy like this coming into it.
Okay, so let's talk about that because we've watched the fights. Tyson Fury's had a few. There's been some other marquee fights that have happened over there in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, we got big stages, the big arena sellout. We are all watching from long. How many fights a year are you guys expecting to put on? And will they all be in? So how is that? How will it all work out with kind of the logistics of this particular promotion, Dana?
Yeah, now that we've got the deal done, what we do now is to start to build the infrastructure. We got to build a team. Then we got to go out and get a rights deal. Once we get a rights deal, we can literally, I mean, whoever we end up doing a deal with, we can, structure this thing to whatever the network needs. We can put on as many fights as they want. And you start, when we started the UFC, they had like 12 contracts and everybody started to fight each other. You get the best available in the world. They work their way up. We're going to have Olympians. We're going to have guys that are already undefeated out there and have established records. Plus, Turki has a lot of commitments for some of the big fights with some of the guys that are out there right now. So there's a lot of fun, exciting fights to make out there. And you know how I run shows. The live event will all change. It will be much better than anything you've ever seen before. You won't have one fight and then a podcast happens and then another fight happens 45 minutes later. And you see 4 fights in 6 hours.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is going to change when we start running the show.
The in-arena show is obviously going to be something that's special, especially with WWE even being a part of it. I mean, UFC and WWE being a part of the production is going to make that a must-be-at event in Turkey. So now you have golf. You have boxing matches, you have soccer, you have fighting. Why was boxing the next one that you wanted to focus in on? Why was this the next play, you think, for you and for Saudi Arabia? Just love of sport?
Yes, of course. And with the support of my boss, the Crown Prince, God bless him. He's like to support anything for the young generation. We discovered a chance in the boxing. I like boxing. He gave me the files and he support me a lot. And then with the right people, I think we will success. Behind Dana, very big experience. He have the machine of the TKO and he's bulldozer. He will go and clean the way and we behind him. I give him yesterday the flag and the headache in the same times. And I said to him, come on, clean the field.
The bulldozer, Dana White. What a nickname. I can't wait for that. Now, speaking of Dana, making these fights, finding these fighters, Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, Dana, do you foresee any of your UFC guys wanting to get in the boxing ring now with this relationship? And in the future, will you guys have any events where there will be an octagon next to a boxing ring and we could see this all come together?
Ooh.
No, never. I'm sure there are guys that want to box, but I literally don't want to see any of that. We'll keep the boxers in the boxing and the MMA guys in the MMA, but we'll never have that. Listen, when you go to see a boxing match, Turki has put on some of the best fights that couldn't be made in the last 30 years, in the short time that he's been in the sport. And when you ask him about, why get into boxing, I mean, this guy is incredibly passionate about the sport. Much like when me and the Fertittas got involved in the UFC, this is exactly what boxing needed. A guy like this to come in, bring it all together, make the big fights happen. And now, like he said at the beginning of this call, we are aligned in how we feel this needs to be built from the ground up. And we're just going to restructure the entire sport of boxing.
Yeah, and it'll be great for the sport of boxing to be all the way back. I know you have your feelings, and obviously you've stated them there about the influencer and celebrity boxing matches. But Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather fighting different people, that was bringing a lot of attention to the sport. I think now if you're able to showcase the greats of the sport, I think you're in a good time to hook them. Don't you think, Dana, to get the sport all the way back?
Well, those fights are always going to exist. They're always going to happen. Whenever you get, a couple of famous guys that want to fight each other that don't necessarily box, that's always going to be there. What we care about is finding the young up and coming talent and building these fights up to find out who the best is in each weight class. And there won't be 6 different champions in each weight class. There will be one. You will know who the best heavyweight is, who the best light heavyweight is, who the best, you know what I mean? And you can literally start calling up, if you start asking people, fans of the sport, who's the champion at this weight? Who's the champion this weight? People will actually know.
Okay, now, boxing is next. Go ahead, Turkey. Go ahead.
If you excuse me, also we care about you, the young generation. When I came to the boxing, I have a lot of studies. The average of the fans now became 40 plus. The reason no one want to take the risk in the big fights, as Dana said, long event, different platform to see the event, no big fights. For that, the young generation doesn't care. Now we are focusing a lot in the same times, also with UFC. In the same times, we want video games, we want animation, we want movies, we want a lot of things, merchandise. This is a lot of things will happen. And with the relationship with TKO, they have the experience and the relationship with this man built franchise from scratch. We will success. And I want to tell you a secret. If he allowed me, ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
Hey, Dana, I have a question for you. Birdie just dropped in my ear the first event that's happening in September. I didn't know if you knew anything about that or anything going on.
Well, these are things that we want to pump the brakes on and announce these things when you do it right. My friend Turkey gets too excited and wants to go out and talk about
September. Congratulations, boys! Yeah, congrats. We're happy for you. That is awesome. Well, go ahead, Dana.
We actually are getting together with him tomorrow. We're going to shoot some content, and when it's time to announce, we have a massive fight. Literally, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. A massive fight that only this guy could make happen. This man right here is the only guy that could make a fight like this happen. And
together, brother, together.
We will announce it when we're ready to. But this is the guy that has literally brought boxing back. Today is day one. We're making our announcement, and we're going to start building this this sport back up from ground zero.
That's awesome, man. September 4th, the world's going to change, man.
Let's go.
September 5th, maybe. Maybe September 6th. Who knows what day?
What is it?
Yeah, September 20th.
Maybe September 12th.
Oh, okay, maybe. Maybe it sounds like maybe it's September 12th. The sport of boxing will change forever. Okay, I'm excited to watch what you guys do with boxing, but I think your investment into sport is a cool thing from our perspective. Because, whenever it started and it started getting loud, it became a political conversation. It became a lot of negative conversation. But, investing in sport and in athletes, it is it's very easy to see why the world is so much more similar than it is divided. We all love people competing. We all love sports. We all love athletes. We all love people earning what they've worked for and getting what they deserve. So we would like to know what's next after the boxing. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Turkey. Obviously, Pat mentioned all those other sports, and I think golf more than anything was benefited greatly from LIV. Are there any other kind of projects, any other sports you're interested in getting into? There was reports about basketball potentially, I believe, last month. Or is there anything like that on the docket as well?
There is a lot of project. The responsible about it, the Prince Abdulaziz, the Minister of Sport, Abdulaziz bin Turkey in our country, and Mr. Excellency Yasser Rumayyan, also BIF. There is a lot of big surprise. There is a lot of big opportunity. They involve and they will announce it in the perfect time. And also, I am discussing with Dana very big things we want to do in the UFC in our country, and this power slap also. I like the power slap. He have a very big event in our country last month, and ask him about the numbers. The arena was almost 8,000 and sold out in minutes, and the people in my country asked to have it again and again.
Turkey, can we talk about your country? It seems like your people are very excited for these events. Why do you think that there is a narrative that, this would never work with Saudi Arabia and the United States of America? Why do you think that is the case?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Why do you think people thought that this wouldn't work? Sports kind of bringing together two countries, maybe. Why do you think that is the case?
Our relationship together is more than 90 years old now. A lot of our citizens study here, go to hospital here, go to vacation here, and a lot of Americans have very big jobs in our country, and we have a lot of things together. Every project we go together in is success in any case, and with this time, with our brave leaders and the leaders of America, we have success, and we think we will have success more and more. And I don't want to miss. I want all the cities, small things. I want to invite you all in the 2nd of May in Times Square. Let's come and see the fight in Times Square for the first time.
Okay, I can't wait for that. I heard that you guys are renting out Times Square, putting on 3 fights, I believe. May 2nd is my birthday. Quite a celebration, nice little birthday party out there in Times Square. Can't wait to watch this all continue to get started. And then obviously we've learned through this conversation, potentially maybe September 12th, maybe a boxing promotion changes the sport of boxing forever. Is there a Canelo potential? Is there a Canelo conversation around September?
I hope so.
Is there a...
I think that, when you talk about, like I said, what this guy has done, everybody's name is in the mix. Every big boxer on the planet is in the mix. And he literally walked Nick and I through, some of his plans, because he's got stuff that he's committed to already different than what we're building together. And when you see the stuff first of all, the idea of renting out Times Square is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in my life.
Hilarious.
The fact that,
Yeah.
And he has this whole AI model of how it's built out. It's incredible. It's one of the greatest promotions in the history of the world. And the other things that he has planned out for the next couple of years are unbelievable, fascinating, fun, and something that people are definitely going to want to see.
It's awesome news. Canelo on September 12th. I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait. Turki Alalshikh, Dana White, Nick, and I don't know if you can hear or not. Congrats to you, lads. Congrats to you guys. Can't wait to watch.
Thank you.
And thank you for the time. And Crown Prince, God bless him. That was awesome to hear you say. Is he involved in all these conversations, or how does that kind of work?
Yeah, I cannot do anything without his blessing. He's man of the details. He take care about everything, and he support about everything. And with his blessing and support, we will go far. There is small things also. I said to you, the Times Square in the 2nd of May, and there is small cards in the end of June in Alcatraz jail in San Francisco, and maybe me and
that's great.
Maybe me and Dana keep some promoter there.
Okay,
in the jail after the event.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Okay. All right, we appreciate that is awesome.
Maybe Dana.
Hey, the Diaz brothers have swum. They've swam, haven't they? The Diaz brothers, I think, have actually swam from Alcatraz to San Francisco. End of June. Can't wait. Hey,
but you know what, Pat? Think about this. Think about
that's hilarious.
Any of the sports all throughout history. This has to be the only sport that has generated trillions of dollars in revenue. And at the end of the day, there's nothing there. The sport is broken and fragmented. You can't make the fights that everybody wants to see. For the first time ever, the sport is actually being invested in. Everything's being pulled into one group, and it will actually be a functioning business in the next 5 years. Never been done before, ever.
Got the right people behind it. Can't wait to watch it all unfold. Congrats. What's the name of the promotion? Do you have a name yet?
Well, we're still working on that too. It's TKO right now. We're not sure if Turkey loves that yet or not, but we're working on it. All this stuff is being worked on.
Anything you do, I love. It is your call. You're the boss now.
Hey, that's good team right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Crown Prince. God bless him. And we can't wait to watch what you guys do. Turkey, Dana, Nick Khan, TKO Boxing. Congratulations.
Yeah.